All right. So I'm back. How are you? This time we're talking about astrology. If you don't know me, my name is Miladies. I am your spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self-awareness, in addition to the official astrologer for Maraja Spiritual Luxury Team. Yes. So we are here. We're going to be talking about Leo season so that we can be ahead of the game, because it's going to be one of those seasons. Um, Leo season always comes with a bang. I was thinking about it. It's one of the times when we also like kind of go into our we go into circulating money at a rapid pace. People are on vacation. Leo season makes us feel very luxurious. Leo rules the fifth house, and we'll get into that. First and foremost, let's do it. Welcome to Leo season. Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. And so, one of the things that I want to share, because we are early dropping this video, prepare yourself for Leo season. All right. August is going to be a month of feeling like things may be in a position of stillness, right? Feeling like you're stuck, feeling like things may not be coming through. We're going to be talking about planets that are retrograding. We spoke about Saturn already. You can catch multiple videos down below to help you with what's happening with the Capricorn full moon, as well as the Mercury retrograde video. I won't be going so deep into Mercury retrograde here because, again, I did a video on that, and you'll get deeper details in addition to the rest of the year's Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde has been nice to us this year, by the way. So, hello. Yes, welcome. All right, so you already know. For those of you who had the astrology chart reading, is always popping. Get your foundation in order. And if you're interested in transit readings, you can also go down there below, get all that information. I just dropped where the Leo season is going to be affecting each zodiac sign based on their rising. Go check that out. Also over there in the group. So, what's happening in the skies? What's happening in the skies? Oh, Lord. There's so much going on. First and foremost, we have a bunch of planets that are going to be retrograde during Leo season. That also includes Chiron going retrograde. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's an asteroid. Many people talk about Chiron, here and there, but Chiron has been affecting us since about 2000 and I want to say 2018. I always kind of like get stuck with this because Chiron does this long journey in each zodiac sign. And it's in Aries, and Chiron is going to be going retrograde as well, which means that we're our inner healer based on our identity, who we are, how we show up, how we take care of our body, all those things. Our egos are going to be also going in retrograde. So there's a lot of energy, which is interesting, right? As the energy slows down, Leo season comes up and it's like, what's up? I want to show up. I want to do this. So there's going to be, again, a lot of push and pull when we're doing projects. It's best to prepare. So I'm letting y'all know now, it's going to be a wacky summer, the rest of the summer at least. All right, so let's talk about, y'all know I got my notes. What planets are going retrograde? We got Saturn that's going to be going retrograde all the way up to November. And it's in Pisces. So that does have to talk about our spiritual side. Go look down below. Did a video for that. All right. Pluto is already, a lot of these planets are just going into retrograde or have already been there. Pluto already in Aquarius, been going retrograde, which this month during Leo season is going to really have something to say. All right. So these retrograde planets will be doing like a standoff with the sun. So we will be like going back and forth with what we desire, our hearts, and it's going to be going against what our spiritual ethics are, right? As well as, are we going to be doing the work? Okay. Neptune just went retrograde as well. Mercury and Chiron. About 5 planets, right? And what retrograde means? Retrograde means sit the fuck down, right? Sit the fuck down and review the things that you're doing. For those of you who in the beginning of the year started off a project, did something new, this is the time to sit back for a bit. It's about this month, all right? Especially with Mercury retrograde. We're still going to be able to do things while the other planets aren't retrograde. But Mercury, because it's our intimate, internal, personal planet, it really does affect us at a deeper level. Right now, you already are seeing how the season is getting spicy in the political side, right? Out in the community, there's a lot going on. I spoke about Mars in Gemini, and that video right there shares what's happening as well. Mars is going to be in Gemini for, I want to say, 2.5 months or so. And that's really going to push us to get deeper into our passion and drive us, getting us focused, speeding up to things. But it's doing that during the time where there's a retrograde. So we have to be cautious on how we move forward. Trump is a Gemini, right? Mars is about war. And we see what's happening, right? So we have to like take it easy. I just wanted to share that. Okay. All right. So let's get into these dates, what to look out for, right? I got my notes. And go ahead and grab your notebook, whatever it is, so you can get these dates in order. I won't be going too deep into the moons because I'll be doing a separate video on that. Okay, let's go. On the 20th, Mars enters Gemini. And what that is doing is actually really basically kicking off the season for Leo. It's giving us this ability to communicate, to socialize. It's giving us the drive to get curious within the things that we said we was going to do. For example, if you expressed that you wanted to give it to me, you wanted to be a blogger. All right. So you wanted to be a blogger. You decided that you wanted to do that. You got the topics together. You had the dates that you're going to be scheduling the post, but you haven't sat down and really wrote down things. During this retrograde, it's going to be a great time to do that. So go ahead and sketch out what your blog posts are going to look like. So this is what Mars in Gemini is going to do for us. Intellectually, we will be really hyped, restlessness, all that is coming along during the retrograde season. You can see how there can be like this challenge that's coming along. Prepare yourself. All right. Right when the sun enters Leo, we have an opposition, which means, again, you're over there, I'm over here. We're not really connecting, right? With Aquarius and Pluto. Now, Leo and Aquarius are on the opposite axle of each other. And so that right there is going to bring intense energy when it comes to power dynamics, right? Especially when it comes into the social aspect. So those of you might be having some type of issue at work, right? This also talks about standing up for people, standing up for yourself. But there is going to be something that's going to shake us and shift us because of this energy. And it's all about our self-expression, again, because of that Leo energy. And Aquarius is one of those zodiac signs that is about the collective. Pluto is in there shifting things for us. How are we saying that we want to be connected with community, yet we haven't allowed ourselves to be part of a community? This energy is gonna bring us to that moment, as well as knowing what our hearts desire. Where do you want to be? What people you want to be around? So this is the aha moments for certain people. It might be a challenging moment for others. Then you have Uh, this is all about the sun. What is the sun doing? On the 25th, the sun is also going to be sextiling Gemini, right? That Mars and Gemini, the sextile is, let's work together, harmonious energy. And basically, it's going to boost us. Our energy is going to be boosted. Right at the beginning of Leo season, we're being pushed, we're being infused with creativity. And so that does mean moments of in the past not knowing what to do with a project. Now your mind is like, oh shit, I know what to do. Why? Because you know what your heart desires. So this season is really all about what's going on with my heart. What's going on with my heart? All right, so it is a favorable aspect. So if there's anything that you want to do during that time, it'll be great. Um, Even if it is, I want to say, even to be a daredevil, even if it is starting a project, maybe you're not launching it, but you're starting a project during the retrograde. It's always good to review things, start things, see how it works. It doesn't mean that you officially put it out yet. You're just reviewing it and getting your ideas together. All right. Chiron goes retrograde on the 26th. A lot of people's egos is going to start feeling a little wounded, right? We talked about Chiron being the wounded healer. So here we have the way we become courageous, the way we assert ourselves, the way we move forward in life when it comes to our most precious desire. There goes that energy again. You got that Leo energy working with the heart, right? Then you got Chiron and Aries. My heart is saying this is what I desire. Is my ego okay with it? Can my ego support me in what my desires are? And this is going to be happening. Chiron is going to be retrograde also all the way up to I want to say October or November. So it's going to be. Let me see. Whoa, my bad. I got it right here. Don't be even lying. Until December 29th. So it's our inner wounds. It goes back to that. It goes back to what have we not resolved when it comes to our ego, right? And this a healthy ego. Okay, some of us still have not really tapped into our inner child. I know us working in the Reiki box this month, we have this emotional support happening, and this week we're tapping into rejection. Come, you're not gonna come through. Hold on. It was rejection, abandonment, and resentment. And so a lot of us feel that we have surpassed that. But to be honest with you, one of the messages that I got was we're always going to be tapping into our inner child and taking care of our inner child because that's where we were from day one. So maybe we're no longer healing the wounds, but we're now building a foundation and nourishing our inner child and including our inner child in the things that we do, making shit fun, right? Aries is about the fun. Have you been adding some fun to your healing aspects? Hey, all right. So we moving along. On the 31st of July, this is like that's what a lot of things, right? Yo, the sun is doing the most. The heart is like, and you standoff. And you, what's up? So I'm meeting up with you, meeting up with every planet. Like, this is what my soul desires. This is what my soul desires. And it's also going to be having a trine, which is another harmonious energy where there's aspects that are connected with each other in the North Node in Aries. So there's a lot of, that fiery Aries energy happening with that Mars and Gemini, that Chiron and Aries. So a lot of our passion is like brewing up. And it's like, what's up? So now the North Node is basically described as where we're heading, our true node, where we're going. And for the next, I want to say there might be, I want to say there's maybe like 11 to 10 months left with Aries, North Node, Libra, South Node. And as a collective, we're all heading towards our desire. There goes that theme again. Our desire, our destined path, our what we would call our purpose and our mission. So on this day, we're going to be reminded of that. And we're going to be reminded, are we in alignment or not? What does that look like for you? Have you been using your self-expression, or have you still been hiding? So this day on the 31st is just going to give us that wake up call, like, hey, are you in alignment? Now for some of us, the wake up call could be like, ah, or for other of us is maybe a dream. There's a lot of endings that are happening at this current time, so a lot of us are grieving, right? And when we talk about grief, we're talking about grief in the perspective of all areas. Some of us are decluttering. Maybe I'm about to smile because it's like some of y'all are grieving over your shoes. I remember when I had a grieving moment with my shoes and beautiful items that I felt like I was going to be wearing, right? And during Leo season, we're going to be doing that too. We're going to be looking what sexy was not sexy, what's making us, some of us like, what makes me look old, what makes me look young. We're in a space right now, are shifting also how we're looking, how we're presenting ourselves. So all of that is happening with the grieving aspect as well as death, right? Some of us are still grieving through that. Don't forget to honor yourself during this time. The retrograde season is a good season to just bask in your own energy and ask yourself what's next. All right. The retrograde is going to be happening August 4th and 5th, depending where you're at, and it's going to stay there until the 28th or the 27th. However, we also have, a new moon in Leo when Mercury goes retrograde. Surprise, surprise. How fucked up is that? Spirit is like, is that what you really desire? What intentions are you putting in? Right? The planet is like, your heart is saying this. What is your new moon intention? Right? And do you trust that during this retrograde, your new moon intention is going to help you move forward? I do believe that we are receiving this, what we would call cosmic challenge, because Virgo is the zodiac sign of being analytical anyways, right? Being able to get things in order, being able to help other people, right? Also materializing things. It has to do with our health, our day-to-day lives as well. Are we truly asking or requesting what we desire? And the retrograde is going to help us with that. So it's about being more detail oriented. Have you really, again, gone back to the steps that you said you were going to do to revise that ebook? Did you revise your resume or look for the jobs that you said you were going to do? Did you look up those houses? Did you check your finances? Like, these are the things that are going to be coming up. So we are requiring some patience. All right. All right. Miscommunication is going to be active, completely active. But check this out. Mercury has been in Leo since July 2nd. So it's doing this real retrograde where it's going to be going into Virgo. But once it goes direct again, it's still going to be in Leo until September 9th. So think about it, where our mind, the way we think, our communication is going back to reorganize what we desire, so that when it goes direct again, it's going to be aligning with our soul's desire, and we're going to then be moving forward. A lot of us are not taking time to revise what we're manifesting, right? Some of us may be sad, upset because opportunities have not come in. This is the time for you to get back up. Let's try this again. Let's do this again. Yes, the sun is doing the absolute most. I'm gonna be honest right now. How we are discussing this, I'm in a space where I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a hermit type of energy to cultivate what your next move is. But I won't tell you to hide out because it's still about showing up, right? With that Leo energy, it's showing up during the hot mess. So this talks about for those of us who need to meditate in quiet. This is like meditation sessions might not be so quiet. How can you still meditate and be in alignment while things are being chaotic around you? Because you have to remember Leo is a dramatic zodiac sign. We're not going to leave that out. We're not going to act like Leo is not pushing buttons. You know what I mean? We're not going to act like Leo season is not going to make us not give a fuck about what somebody else is saying and do what we're going to do anyways, right? This could be the moment in time where we don't give a fuck what anybody's saying, but we want to listen to the advice. You ain't got to do it, right? I was thinking about this. Fire signs and air signs, they ready to do what they not do whatever, but they ready to do it. They ready to step up. They ready to do it, right? Sometimes they're not thinking. They're not thinking. Even though air signs are about thinking, they think a little bit too fast. You know what I mean? And so this could be the energy that you might be getting. You want to move things rapidly, but the retrograde is like, hold up, let's get these details together. All right, you have Venus that's already in Leo. We are experiencing that, right? So it's moving from how a lot of us might be wanting to look more luxurious, have our hair done, get our nails did, all of those goodness. A lot of self care is coming in. And then once we get to August 3rd, it's going to be moving into Virgo. All right. And it's going to stay there till I think about the 27th. So it's not going to be there for long. I want to say that Venus is moving quite fast. Like, chill out, girl. Venus is doing the speed, reminding everyone that Venus will not be in retrograde at all this year. So take advantage of that. Venus, yes, Venus is about love, but Venus is also about self-love. But when we talk about committed relationships and things like that, we want to look at one of the major asteroids, Juno, which is more towards commitment and marriage and things like that. But Venus is really your self-care. How are you deeply loving yourself? Which then in return brings in love and happiness because you're focused on self. All right. So all right. Then we have on August 7th. So don't forget, I'm gonna do a new moon video separate from this. I'm a little bit early now, me. Let me dust my shoulders off. Hey, let's go. All right. Then also when Venus goes into Virgo, it does give us a chance to also check out our finances, be more diligent with our finances. Because Venus in Leo, the sun in Leo, like I said, we will be releasing some of that abundance, circulating it, right? And then some of us are going to be in a space of like, oh, my abundance is circulating at a slower pace. This is the energy that's happening right now. All right. Y'all like how I did that? Go ahead, spirit. Ooh, ooh. All right. On August 7th, the sun is going to do another harmonious sextile, which just means it's partying, right? With Gemini, Jupiter and Gemini. Now, reminding ourselves that Jupiter went into Gemini earlier this year, and it will be there for, I want to say, it was in May, June, July, August. It's just been 3 months. Another 9 months or so is going to be there, and it's really expanding where we're at. Where does Jupiter fall in your chart? Right, Jupiter falls on the 6th house in my chart, so it's expanding my day-to-day activity. It's expanding my health. It's having me focus on my health. What can I do to better my health? I've been taking my vitamins. I've been doing all those goodness, right? The thought comes in, don't forget to take your vitamins. And I'm like, okay. Then Jupiter's like, have sea moss, have vitamin C, and it's like, that's what Jupiter is doing, right? What is Jupiter doing for you? When the sun comes in there, it's going to enhance what you desire to do and put it at a bigger scale. So networking is going to be great on this day, as well as you creating some type of connection with someone else. Gemini, remember, Gemini loves to talk. Yeah, I'm a Gemini moon. Y'all know that's why I be like. So Gemini, they love to talk. They love to connect with other people. They love new ideas. So your heart is like, this is the new idea. Jupiter and Gemini is like, let's test it out. Let's see like what's going on. How can this get bigger? During the season, do we contact somebody just to see how it goes? Even if it is the retrograde, right? We just never know how it goes. Once the retrograde clears up, we will get an idea of what can be useful for us to move forward. This is why it's important to sit back and relax with this Mercury retrograde. One of the things that you can do is have it work for you, right? If it does mean to relax and have more patience, some of y'all don't like to relax anyway, so chill out. We have a full moon in Aquarius on the 19th. That I'll do a video for that. And then from there, reminding ourselves that Neptune and Saturn is in Pisces. That's very important. And they're in retrograde. Our spiritual side is really calling in what we desire. Like, are you really connecting to your belief? Are you connecting to what you're visioning? What are you envisioning? What are your desires? What are your dreams? Are you bringing that into fruition in a structural way? A lot of us are still hiding our spiritual gifts. When you tap into your spiritual gifts, it's more about utilizing for self first rather than to feel like, oh, I don't want these spiritual gifts because I don't want to take care of the world. That's fine. But what about taking care of yourself? Some of us are really just here to take care of ourselves, yet we utilize our own energy to push it out to other people. All right. So just be careful with illusions, right? Neptune is about illusions. It's about seeing things halfway through. Some false promises might be coming up, or if there was any false promises in the past, that might be showing up as well. The retrograde is also going to be pulling up receipts. Somebody said they was going to do something. Let me see it. You said you was going to do it. You feel me? Let's do it. So for those of us who are also in relationships, this is a big theme for relationship. We're coming from Cancer season. Cancer season, it's where we are in our emotions, where we are right now, right? And then so Cancer season has us there. Leo season is picking us up, and it's like, hold up, all right, you cleared up, you cleared out. Now spiffy up, dry those tears. If you're gonna be down and out, make it look cute. And also, is this relationship for me? Whatever relationship that means, is this relationship with my boss for me? Is this a conducive job environment for me? Do I desire to still be here? That doesn't mean that in September you have a new job, or does it? It all depends how magical you are. Nonetheless, we're all moving towards what we desire. And that does not only mean becoming an entrepreneur. No, that could mean you literally building a beautiful self-care plan. What you're doing for yourself on a monthly basis. How are you nourishing yourself? It could be as simple as that to bigger projects. But a lot of us are in the space of learning how to really tap back into ourselves and how are we taking care of ourselves, and what does that look like? So the mind will be reckless. All right. Leo, yes. If you are a Leo, it's about to get crazy. Baby, harness that energy because it's about to get crazy. Let's not forget that I will be talking about the 8-8. So when I do the new moon video, I'll be talking about the 8-8 portal. That's going to be happening as well. Don't forget that comes every year. You know, when Giza aligns, Maybe. Shout out to the Egyptians. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to do it, but shout out to them. They really, really did the damn thing. Because of the Egyptians, I'm able to be here and speak to you guys about this. All right, I went a little far, but I guess they wanted me to say hello. Hello. So those are the dates to look out for. Don't forget that I'm gonna pull out some cards as usual. Don't forget that I dropped the what did you drop? What did you drop? Oh, what house this Leo energy is going to be at. I know for me it's going to be in the 8th house. So it does talk about shared resources, which to me is going to be fun because at the end of the day, this helps me analyze who I'm sharing my resources with, who is in my surroundings, right? And then I also have the ability to give back, right? Leo's about the heart. Who am I giving back to? All that goodness. I'm with it. I'm with it. It also helps me with the 8th house is about shared finances. I'm just saying, let's get into this fire sign because you already know it's that Leo season. So, we got to start with fire signs. Dear angels and archangels, thank you so much for being here, for protecting and for guiding when it comes to Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. What is the overall energy? Woo. Listen. No sound? You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because y'all know I be trying this new thing, but I think it's on. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Gabby, probably you got to get out and come back. All right. Fire signs. Dear angels and archangels, thank you so much. All right. Good. Oh, anxiety because of all the energy that's happening. Lord Jesus Christ. I'm going to take out 2 for y'all because it's y'all season. So, and we have anxiety and we have memories. This is what I was talking about, this retrograde or whatever has been happening in the last 6 months. All that energy is going to be coming in. So if we've been running away from the healing, all right, we talked about that Chiron. This is where it's coming in. Are you allowing your memories to overcome your decisions? Are you emotionally making decisions based on based on anxiety? Are you making it based on they've given me something else? What? Resentment. Some people have resentment going on. So are you making these quick, fast decisions because of that? This talks about taking some time back, right? When it comes to Leo season, and really analyze what are your thoughts saying to you. For my fire signs, I do believe that your thoughts might be going at a rapid pace. Mars, right? Got that Gemini energy going. So it's all about your thoughts. With the 9, it's really decluttering your thoughts and your memories. It's all about decluttering your thoughts and your memories, adding new memories, reshifting memories for yourself. All right, reshifting memories for yourself. Why? Because it's not going to allow you to move forward. So this retrograde season is giving you a chance to let the ship go so that you can move forward. Anxiety was told to me as, all right, so anxiety is a form of not knowing what's next. So letting go of the old, wait, I did it the wrong way, right? Letting go of the old and coming in with the new, you cannot see, right? Look at the eye is covered up. You cannot see where you're going, but you know you're going somewhere. So it's all about solidifying yourself. I do say for my fire sign, work on your confidence and work on your skills so that you don't doubt yourself when you get rejected for certain projects that you do, or you get rejected for asking for a raise. So it's all about building your confidence, because what happened to you in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen to you now. So Leo season is giving you a chance to recuperate yourself. Maybe the beginning of the year, like I said, the first 6 months might have been a little wompy for you, or like womp womp, right? So it's like, let's get away from that and move away from anxiety. Clear out your thoughts. Clear out negative Nancy and doubtful Dan. All right. I mean, still partying through all of that. Please still party through all of that. And when I mean partying, in the most responsible way. If you're emotional, remembering that Neptune is all about drugs. All right. Be careful about the type of um, plant medicine you use, or just be careful. Surround yourself. If you're gonna do something that's like plant medicine, do it ceremonial. If not, these emotions are big and heavy and strong. So find space to release. All right. Yeah, my fire signs. Y'all was, and I see Cancer season did its due. Maybe some of y'all didn't really do a lot of work during Cancer season. Stop crying. Air signs. All right. For my air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, I'll take out 2 cards for you too. Damn. What's going on? Oh, see, I guess I wasn't right. I guess I was right. The death card, let go. Like I shared, a lot of us are letting go and perspective. Oh wow, Leo season is coming in with what we thinking about. So in reverse, you have let go, air signs, and in reverse, you have perspective. We're going back to, all right, immediately, those of us who had issues in our teens, anything that happened in our teens, you got the number 13, right? Anything that happened during our adolescent life, let's get rid of that. Rid of it meaning let's start attacking it. Let's get rid of it holding on to us. So air signs, this all about how you see things. Some endings are coming your way. How are you seeing it? Are you seeing it as something that's bringing you down and it's being ripped away from you, or are you seeing it as if it's opening up space for you to bring in what you've been calling in? So Leo season is asking you, how are you seeing things? And you don't, while the other one has a lot of clouds around it, you don't have a lot of clouds. So that means that there's a lot of clarity in the decisions that you're going to be making, but how are you looking at it? How are you looking at it? Are you looking at it? Mercury retrograde is coming through. Are you looking at it from a perspective where you're being punished, or God source universe doesn't love you? Or are you looking at it from, oh shoot, I did ask to clear my way from what no longer serves me, and it just so happens to be that. Some of us are maybe having a hard time to let go. In reverse, because if it was in an upright position, it's like you ready to let go. And this is even in particular to relationships. And if you are, any of you who are in relationships, you having a difficult time probably letting go. Business partnerships as well. So the advice here would be for my air signs to paint 2 scenarios for yourself. What does it look like when this happens? What does it look like when this happens? Let's get the if out of there, right? What does it look like when this happened? And use this retrograde season to help you let go of that. For those of you who desire to go deeper into your healing, to really let go because it's something that you feel like you are holding on to and you know that is holding you back, go get a healing session from somebody that you know, join a community, right? That is having space for that. Does this talk about you diving deeper into your inner child? I will say for my air signs, it's more about you trusting yourself that you're going to be okay without this. Whatever that is. You got to tell me what that is. What are you holding on to? It could be even a job. with that Capricorn full moon coming up, are you holding on to an old system that's not working for you? Aquarius, you know what this means. Because Aquarius, y'all be holding on. All right. For my waters. For my water, let me drink some water. I did take a nap for this. I take naps, y'all. I do. My friends be like, what you doing? Oh, I'm about to go take a nap. I be having to. You know about the human design, you know about projectors. We got to take naps, baby. We only got 4 hours for you out of 20. The other 20 is for us. You got 4 hours, baby. 4 hours of me in a day. What's up? Dear angels and archangels, thank you so much for being here, for protecting and for guiding. Woo, we have the water signs. What's up, water signs? I feel a sense of relief within my body. I feel like this water season really did wash away a lot for y'all. A lot of aha moments of recognitions. Some of y'all really went in and into your feelings. I like that. Let's see what Leo season got for y'all. I'm not saying that water signs don't go into their feelings, but some of them have a difficult time depending on where your moon is at, right? Your moon also determines your emotions. So you could be a Cancer sun, but if your moon is more logical than actually sitting there crying all the time. You see what I mean? Cycles, you got the 10, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. My water signs are silently moving through this cycle, right? Not letting people know what y'all doing, right? Okay, I knew it. All right, because I was like, are we gonna have one of those Leo seasons? Not with the water signs. Achievement, whatever it is that you did, whatever you broke during the water season, you did it. Come through. You did that shit. Sun, moon, and rising. What's up? Tell us what you did. I feel so happy. There was a sense of accomplishment. And so now for Leo season, you're going to be protected. You desire to step into a different version of yourself. You desire to let go. That cycle, that cycle that you was part of, that karmic cycle from your family lineage, that cycle in relationships, that cycle of beating yourself up. For those of you who did face it, congratulations. That energy is still going to be moving forward for you and starting something fresh, something new. With the number 7, your spiritual team is part of this energy, because maybe you decided to say, hey, I'm going to need y'all to step in because this is a difficult cycle, and they will. So it does talk about, can you trust that Leo season is going to bring you something way better than what you just went through? And then honor what you just went through, because it was tough. Doing what? Y'all do. All of the water signs do everything in silence. I know a lot of water signs. I like that though. Air signs, they love to say what they're going to do. Chat them out. Except for Aquarius. Aquarius, I don't know, man. Aquarius, they'll let you know, hey, I did this. Libra and Geminis, they'll tell you, hey, I'm about to do this. What's up? All right. So, water baby, tap into your intuition, tap into old projects, remembering that we are doing a re review old projects. You can accomplish what you haven't finished, right? Some of y'all have been given a break to take a pause on the project. Now it's time to pick it up. Whatever you've been working on in the last 7 months, right? With that number 7, you're going to be able to achieve those goals by the end of Leo season. For those of you who let go of partnerships, you're going to be rewarded. Leo season is going to show you what type of partnership are you desiring. if you're meeting, this is for the love aspect. If you're meeting anyone during Leo season, know that it's about having fun rather than for it to be something stable. I wanted to, just let y'all know, especially for those of you who are transitioning into the next love life. We got my Earth. Oh, and I'm on time. Baby. My ladies, I'm hype. I'm part of the fire crew. I don't mind going into a hermit mode. I could go hermit mode right in the pool, be in the water, take care of my emotions. The angels and archangels, thank you so much for being here, for protecting, for guiding when it comes to thy earth signs. What we got going on? Earth signs are happy. They hype. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Not you getting the strength card with the shadow. Well, I see why you got the strength card. Let me calm down. All right. You have the strength card 8, right? For August, Leo season. You got the lion. So for you guys, there's a requirement of compassion. Having lots of compassion for yourself, because you will be going through a shadow moment. This is really going to, I want to say, I'm envisioning some of y'all getting the rug pulled from under y'all. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. There's going to be a sense of not being stable. With the eyes closed, you might not see everything as you would like it to be seen, right? There's some illusions happening. So the compassion part talks about being kind to yourself, not rushing to do things during Leo season, right? I'm also getting whatever it is that I'm looking at, the eyelashes are green, the eyebrows are green, but then the eyelids are kind of like pink and red. So what I'm seeing with that, and I don't even know why they got me looking at that, but what I'm seeing with this is that it's like you're aware of things, you know what you need to be doing, but there's some type of blockage when it comes to healing your shadow work. Okay? So that talks to me about people that already know what they are meant to be healing, but haven't done the work yet, because maybe it's excruciating. Maybe you don't want to tap into that. You don't want to forgive. And that's totally fine. But you do have to have compassion with yourself, reminding that forgiveness starts with you. When we're forgiving ourselves first all the time before we even attempt to forgive somebody else. Some forgiveness from us may not ever get to anybody else except for it in an energetic form. We may not ever want to face somebody that did us dirty or talk shit about us or stabbed us in our back. That is a-okay, but you need to let that go as well. Don't let those thoughts and those feelings hang within you. And I feel like my Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgos still have some type of, I feel like some type of resentment, some type of rejection thing happening here, right? Because we're working with the heart here. Even if it is, even if it is when it comes to our parents. Leo is the energy of childlike. So even if it is about our parents and our parents are alive and we don't want to tap into how the relationship has been and how we can move forward with the relationship. For my, I thought I seen, y'all know I'll be having some flies sometimes. For my earth signs, I recommend grounding, because a lot of the energies are going to be boiling up. I can see y'all getting into arguments. This is why I'm pausing, because I see y'all getting into arguments. I can see y'all taking things too personal, right? What does that mean? too personal. You will be facing some shit. But that also means you have the tool. So if you feel like there's time for you to have, it's time to have a conversation with someone. How do you build the environment to have a proper conversation? If you know you cannot be in a room with somebody without feeling like you want to stab them, right? I'm caution. This is all a disclaimer. If you're in that type of mindset, because some of us are still there's nothing wrong with that. Don't go in the room and have the conversation with that person, all right? Because your mind is not clear for that, all right? Let me take out some collectors because this shit is crazy. Look at my son lucky. We gotta get something funny out here because it's intense. So I will say, my water signs, y'all have it at a much easier pace for this Leo season. Nonetheless, we're all here making the best out of it. It resonates? All right. I'm glad it does. Let's see what it says. You can't have a positive as fuck life with a negative as fuck mind. And this is for all of us. Let's see. If you find yourself with a head full of crap, go watch some videos of babies laughing or goats excitement fainting. I never even heard of that. Or old people cursing. It's helpful to think of laughter as a mental pooper scooper. You gotta get the turds out so you have room for fresh and lovely thoughts. Whoever she is, we're gonna take out another one because that was funny. You are not your situation. One of the keys to becoming spiritual as fuck is to define who you are by something deeper inside yourself and further outside yourself than the world can touch. You are someone even if you're not your financial situation, your job, your relationship, or even your body. Find out who that person is and you'll be unfuckable with. Hint, you'll probably have to do some soul searching. So this card is basically expressing this goes back to that Chiron and Aries. How are you identifying yourself? All right. Know that you are something without all of these identities, titles. Who are you? And that's what Leo season is bringing in for us. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out of here. Don't forget that we are doing the 14-day money mindset. All right. That challenge is going great. We have 4 more days. Other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget to check everything.